Hello guys, hi, welcome to Mo's channel. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about should you actually buy or rent a house? Should I really invest in purchasing a property, or should I in the meantime, rent a place because I'm gonna be moving around here and there? I'm gonna give you some clear answers on these questions. So watch till the end and you're gonna find this fruitful. So let's get started. Buying or renting a house? Well, I would say that buying a house is really like a dream come true. It's really a dream come true because most of us from a young age we always thought of having a house. It could either be an apartment, could be a villa, could be a mansion, any sort. Before you actually go on and thinking of purchasing a house, you should really think of financial objective. You really got to ask yourself if this is really a wise decision or not. Because if you don't know what is the cost of purchasing a house, let me tell you, there are a number of variables associated with purchasing a house. For example, first of all, at this stage of life, it's not like we have a stash of cash and we're just going to go purchase right now, right away. Or we're just going to write a check, a house for $150,000, okay, done. No, what we have the option right now is of purchasing a house through loan. Of course, at first we're going to pay for some down payment, which is usually around 20 to 25% of the value of the house, and the rest we're going to have to finance with the help of the bank through a loan, and hence it's called as a mortgage. Second of all, you're going to have to pay interest on the loan that you took from the bank. Of course, these days it's hard to find a bank that's not going to give you an interest, and the interest is going to go from 9 to 10 to 11%. So you're going to have to pay interest on the loan. And third, after you purchase a house, you're going to have to also maintain it in terms of cleaning it, servicing it, plumbing, electrical work, anything wrong that can go with the house, you're going to have to finance from your pocket. So in the end, as I said, this becomes something more of a liability, just like the video where I talked about the car also being a liability. But if you are smart, I would tell you what to do. If you want to save yourself from all these costs and expenditures, I would say you could either rent your house, rent out as a Airbnb, and you could actually get some income from it. And if you rent it out the whole house for $2,000 or Airbnb it for $3,000, you could actually cover the EMI that you're supposed to pay the bank through rent. And so the tenant who comes stays at your place will help you pay the EMI and also leave you with surplus cash for you. And you could also choose to live in the house. For example, you could take the basement of the house, or you could take a small section of the house and live there, and the rest you can just rent it out. So this is an example of living in the house for free. I would say this kind of arrangement mostly works in developed countries in North America or Europe, where the housing system is more advanced with the mortgage system and the EMI. Now, if we speak of developing countries like mine, we don't have this offer of financing the house at a certain price and getting an EMI. Well, we just have to pay up cash upfront. You don't have cash upfront, you don't have the right to purchase a house. Now, another advantage of having a house is that something called as passive income. The more the number of houses you have, the more the unit, means that the more income you have per month. So you could actually purchase a number of houses and rent them out, and whatever surplus of income that comes from these houses, properties, goes to your pocket, and hence it's called as passive income. Another also advantage that I think a person can have from property is called as capital gains. Now, capital gain means that you purchase a house which is undervalued, you purchase a house which hasn't reached its peak price yet, at the area or neighborhood which is still developing. So you purchase the house at cheap price, and say if you're lucky, a new development happens, such as a highway gets built around that area, or a new complex gets built around that area, and whoop, the price of the house appreciates. Well, in this scenario, you are a winner, because you're gonna sell the house at a price which is way higher than what you bought, and it's called capital gains. So a number of people have built their wealth around this model of buying and selling of houses. So here we have capital gains, we have passive income, we have also the ability of living in a house almost rent-free by letting the tenant pay for your house EMI. Now if you come to the other side, which is renting a house. Now renting a house gives you a number of advantages, I would say. For example, if you are young and you started working in a city, and you no longer like the city anymore and you want to travel in another place, well, if you were paying rent, it would be much easier for you to move places as compared to buying a house in a certain place. So you have this flexibility of moving or houses anytime you want. The other side of renting a house includes the house owner or the landlord kicking you out anytime. Say for example, you throw a party at your place and the music gets so loud that the landlord comes and tells you this is your last month in this place and you are supposed to move out from here. So that's the only disadvantage, I would say, because if it was your place, you'd be like, how dare you tell me that to move out of my place, because I own this place. You have to pay upfront rent, which could range from anywhere from 1 year to 2 months. So this is another disadvantage of renting out. At the end of the day, I would say that keep your 20s to 30s in the sphere of renting. Once you reach your 40s or you're going older, then I would say it's the time to invest in purchasing a house, because then you'll be more economically stable, you have a bigger income to help you finance the loan that you're going to take from the bank to actually purchase a house. So young age means traveling, seeing the world, seeing places, so renting makes more sense. When you're about to settle down, you're going to start a family, then I would suggest to actually invest in a house and purchase one. So this sums up the topic of buying versus renting a house. If you like the video, please tell me more in the comment section. What do you think is the right way of living at this stage of life? Should you actually rent or purchase a house? Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day.